The particular method that I want to talk about today is called the gray rock method. Have you heard of it? I've heard of it too. It's not something that I have ever practiced, and it's not a method that I would encourage anyone to practice. And the reason is simply because it's a method that calls you to be something different than what you are. It promotes you pretending. And I'm not down with that at all. And, well, first of all, let's talk about what the gray rock method is. The gray rock method essentially says that when you're around the narcissistic personality or the individual who is narcissistic, you pretend to be a gray rock. You pretend to be this unemotional, unresponsive person. You basically just act like a zombie. So the narcissist is talking to you and you're, yeah, oh, okay, yeah, You get the point, right? It's easy to do. Obviously, you can stand there, no smile, no frown. You're like a rock, a gray rock, which is why they call it the gray rock method. People who know you, especially the narcissist, are going to know you're putting on this act. If anything, it's provoking them because they understand that you're trying to manipulate them. Listen, narcissistic people are brilliant people. They're not stupid. They're not dumb. And I believe that acting like a gray rock is telling a narcissist, you're stupid and, here, I got one for you. It's playing a game. It's going back and forth with them. And they're going to see right through it. They're going to look at you and they will insult and ridicule and tear you apart for acting like that around them. They will. So I believe personally, if you are okay with receiving an onslaught of attack and ridicule and narcissistic rage, then by all means, go ahead and act like a gray rock because that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to provoke them. Okay. Not only that, but other people will see it, your family will see it. And keep in mind, your family and your friends do not view the narcissistic abuser in your life the same way that you do. You're the only one that is dealing with the abuse from the individual because of the individual. Let's briefly talk about why this is, just as a reminder, as a refresher. Narcissistic abuse, guys, is built on and based on what you need and desire the most. Narcissistic abuse is based on your own personal expectations and what you need from an individual in life. This is what creates the abuse. Let me explain before you attack me for this here. We live obviously in a world that is narcissistically driven. That's just the plain and simple truth, okay? They serve you in restaurants. They pick you up and drop you off in their Uber cars. They serve you drinks at your favorite bar, right? They are the people that you work with. They are the people you go to school with. They are in your family, and chances are you're married to them. Narcissists are everywhere, but for the most part, they don't affect our lives. They don't affect our lives. I've worked with narcissists. I have been served by narcissists. I get along with most all narcissists. That's just because I understand it's a way of life. I'm entertained by a lot of narcissists. But when it becomes abusive is when it's somebody who has something that you need or you believe you need based on a false belief. It's something that you need in life, and you need it so deeply and so desperately that when the narcissistic rage comes out or when the narcissism and the jokes and the insults come out, it hurts you deeply. This is the abuse, okay? Nobody else is going to get it because just like you are unaffected by narcissists on a daily basis, your family and your friends are unaffected by your narcissist on a daily basis. They don't even see a narcissist. Chances are they see a pleasant, funny, confident person. Sucks, but that's the truth. Okay? And so this is why going gray rock around your family and around your friends isn't going to work. They're going to be like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you acting like that? It's not you. They don't know necessarily what's going on between you and the individual. And I understand also that this is not necessarily how it is with everybody. There are a lot of cases where the family and friends do realize that the narcissistic individual in your life is over and beyond and above and very abusive and very hurtful to you, in which case they may be all for you pretending and going gray rock, and they may also be for you to even get out of the relationship, right? Maybe they've seen it. They've seen the abuse. They understand it. They get it, okay? In these cases, sure, okay, do what you have to do. But for the most part, the gray rock thing, I'm just not down with it. I'm not down with the pretending. I don't get that. It's better to be yourself. But what I do recommend, and I've made a couple of videos about it, is there's 2 videos of mine that I highly encourage you to check out. One of them is in the 5 key strategies of an empath survival. Okay? If you're like me, if you're an empathic person who can struggle with codependency issues, the empath survival guide basically talks about how we as individuals need to kind of draw back our powers, our superpowers. Empaths do have powers. We have this ability to be discerning. We have this ability to deeply feel what other people are feeling. Okay? And that causes us to absorb and take on the emotions and the anger and the hurt from people in the room, especially narcissists. When they come out swinging with their insults, boom, we take on that pain. Okay? So in my 5 key strategies, I talk about how to loosen that up a bit, how to kind of tone down our abilities by understanding that what we possess is a great thing for this world, but it doesn't always need to be used. So I highly encourage you to watch that video. It's something that is good to know around narcissists. There's another video that I made that I encourage you to watch, and that is encountering the narcissist without breaking no contact. This kind of goes with the other empath video in that what I discussed in this video is how you can be in the same room, you can be in the presence of the narcissist, but remain no contact, meaning you don't have to initiate conversations with them. You don't have to talk to them at length. You don't have to feel like you will have to be the savior of the silence in the room, which is something that I struggle with, and maybe you do too, right? And a lot of the times, narcissistic abuse comes out of our desire to break awkward silence. So I talk about in the encountering the narcissist without breaking no contact, I talk about not doing that. I talk about how to just maintain yourself and what you're doing, stay busy with whatever it was you were doing, and don't feel the need to break the ice. Don't feel the need to change the awkwardness. Feel the awkwardness, absorb it. Be like, ah, silent and awkward. What I discovered using this technique is that they will eventually leave. So, because they don't like the awkwardness either. And if you're not there to start a game with them, they'll leave. So those are my 2 tips. I hope that that's helpful. 2 videos I recommend you watching. All right, I got to get out of here, guys. Hit me up if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.